Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Knowles Tarot. Hope you guys are feeling good. Hope everyone's doing all right. This is going to be your general energy reading. It's going to be a collective spread, timeless. So whenever you find it, it's for you, and it's for any sign really. If you're looking for any specific zodiac sign, check out my channel. I have a playlist for that below. But this is just going to be for any sign. Timeless again as well. But I'm going to be looking at a 6-card spread, sort of past, present, future, to get you some an energy update, check-in. Almost said check-up. This isn't a doctor's appointment, really. Not at all. But this is going to be an energy check-in with the Prism Oracle. One card from there. You got protection at the bottom. That's nice. Oh shit, the light. And then we're going to be doing the Hermetic Tarot for the card spread. So let's get into this and see. If I do tend to ramble, I'll make sure to try to do my best to timestamp it, if anything. Yeah, let's get into this and see what's up. I'm going to be pulling one card from the Prism Oracle to see the overall energy for you. And then if that resonates, then we'll continue on with the reading with the Hermetic Tarot. So we'll see what's going on. Now this is timeless for sure, and I will pull the card soon. Timestamps below. I'm sorry. This is timeless, but I know currently when I'm probably posting this is like we're in like a Mercury retrograde time. So I was thinking about that heavily. So if you're having troubles with speech, if you're having trouble with thinking, getting plans together, if things are getting canceled, if things just like if the wheels are not, if the plans are not planning, you know, if things aren't working out, just realize that we're in the time. If you're watching this during Mercury retrograde, if not, then it could be just a goofy, auspicious time. Either ways, let's continue. Let's see what the overall energy with the Prism Oracle is for the collective. What energy are you guys in right now? That's gonna be important. Oh, surrender. Not to say that this reminds me of, and I got a fan on me, so this card's gonna be kind of blowing. Not to say that this reminds me of the energy, and this one sort of. Oh, we got success at the bottom. I'm taking both of them because they both start with an S. So you got surrender and you got success. Dang. It goes hand in hand, because usually with some sort of surrender, something you're giving up, you usually receive something back in return. And the S is the number 1 in numerology. I think it's number 19, and that rounds down to a 1. It's the 19th letter. So this is about, and the 19th being the sun in tarot, being literally the sun card in tarot, something about the sun energy, growth, healing, and the surrender here. It feels like, it's interesting, like if this is the sun and this is all brightness, and then these are supposedly like, it feels like they're opposite energies. So it's on my screen. If they're like opposite energies, it's like if this is the sun and you're going into like a beautiful sunny moment, maybe this is like going down into like the dirt, like hibernating, taking a sabbatical, a break, going deep into something, digging into something, getting to the root of something. And this is causing a surrender. It's funny because the root starts with R, so right before the letter R is a letter, right before S is R, so R and then S, alphabetically. So it's like you want to get to the R, the root of something. So in order to do that, you're starting off with that 1. And I won't go too deep into it, but I know the R, since S is number 1, right before that in the number cycle is 9, because it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then back to 1. So if getting to the root, if getting to that 9 is what you're trying to do, you're trying to get to a completion, right? And in order to complete something, you're having to add that number 1. Like if you want to get from the 9 to the 10, you have to add that number 1, that choice of surrender, that number 1. It feels like you want to complete something. You want to end a cycle, complete a cycle successfully, and you're going to do it successfully. But in order to do that, there has to be some sort of surrender that is involved. Surrender, and it feels like you might have been faced with a similar. And there's another S. You might have been faced with a similar sort of surrender moment before, or a similar sort of choice or action to take. And this is like, just the way Mercury retrograde works. If you're not in the energy of retrograde, if you're not literally in a retrograde, then the energy is still present, and it sort of still has something to teach. And what I feel here is like it has something to teach with that redoing. So if there's something you have, it feels like you've seen this surrender before. So making new choices, rethinking, replanning, redoing something in order to find that success. This almost gives me Seven of Pentacles vibes now, and Seven of Pentacles is about planning, reprocessing, starting from the drawing board. And sometimes to surrender, you have to scrap everything off the table. So it feels like taking everything off the table, and because if you were trying to dig deep, if you were trying to dig to something, get to the root of something, if there's a table over top of that dirt, you're gonna have to clear everything. It's like if you're like digging for gold or digging for diamonds on top of like a house or on top of like a town or residency, you're gonna have to clear whatever is on top of it in order to dig down. So this is what it feels like. Clearing whatever is on top, clearing the mess off of whatever is on top of your situation in order to get to the root of the issue, of the solution. But let me tell you, the solution is not far behind or not far away. The solution is another S word, but the success is literally on its way. It's just like with the Ten of Cups, it almost feels like sometimes the Ten of Cups is about a journey through everything. So this is about taking a journey to get to the root of something. Journey to the center of the earth. This is what I'm feeling now. I never watched that movie, but I do know the name. So at the bottom is consciousness. It's literally almost the same card but different, because this is more organized. This is more I don't know, something about that. This is more of a this is loose leaf paper, and this is paper in a binder. Like there's something about that where it's like this is like you're just getting the information, you're just learning about it, you're trying to do something with it, and this is you actually having done something beautiful with it. Success is here. Let's continue on and see what we've got. The surrender may be hard, but it's really bringing something great. Open up this. Oh yeah, check out the vinyl plug. My sister and I are definitely we've been cutting out vinyl for the past few months, past year or so. So yeah, I may or may not list all of our Etsy shops down below. So check the description box if you're down with that. If you want some cool astrological vinyl, because I know I do. So I know y'all must if y'all like astrology as much as I do. Either ways, let's move forward. Oh, we got the Empress at the bottom before I toss that away. Let's see. So the 6-card spread is going to be past. It's a 2-2-2, past, present, and future. So let's see what we got with you guys in the past for your collective energy reading. What is the situation about? What does the collective need guidance with? What is the situation about? What's going on in the past? For those watching, what's going on in the past? What? 19 sun energy. We were just talking about it a second ago, because you're burrowing in the deep, in the underneath. So usually burrowing something, like maybe when you're clearing land, you're clearing it to put a seed in the ground, right? You're clearing it so that you can grow something. And the sun isn't a necessary part of the process. In your past, you've got the sun. That's nice. Come on, focus on that. Alright, you got the sun, and you got the fan blowing the card. The sun in the past is a nice illumination on something, growth in a certain aspect of your life. At the bottom, the Six of Swords has been coming out a lot. So growth and movement. The sun talks about, it feels like dancing. It feels like not just enlightenment, but lightenment without the en. So like you feel lightened, you feel like a weight is lifted off of you. It feels healing. It feels very bright. And I don't know, it's interesting because the sun is just another star is what I'm healing. So there is healing, but the sun is just another star is what I'm hearing. So it's just another star, but like we have so many stars in the universe, but this one it gives life to something. It gives life to a whole planet of things. So something in the past, it gave life to something in your past gave life in some sort. It feels like it gave life to a new cycle you're coming into. But the suns are also balls of fire, so as much as they can give, they can also take away. They can hurt and harm just as much as they can heal. So it's like whatever you burned off of yourself, you shed away with the sun. It's like you threw it into that ball of fire, you let it shed away, and now it's creating life within a new version of yourself. But just at a basic, the sun is it's healing. It's a new cycle. It's fresh. It's wish fulfillment. It's like a bright and happier days coming in your past. It just feels like you. And there's another S too. There's another S. These are all S's in this reading so far. The sun in the past just feels very healing. I know that for sure. The sun. What am I missing? It feels like I'm missing something. It feels like something could have been birthed as well. But I'm thinking of the word son, like as in father, son. So now I'm thinking of generations. So this could be a generational thing that you close a cycle on. And it's a brand new generation that you're opening up just by the work that you're doing. Let's see, what else is in your past? Anything else to go with this sun card? Damn, judgment. Not 19 and 20. Is that 20? Oh, that's literally 20. So you're moving in the right direction. That's what it usually tells me when there's one card right after the other. You're moving right in the right direction. Especially if it's a 19 going to a 20. Now, if it was a 20 going to a 19, we'd have more to discuss, more to look at. But with this, it's definitely you moving in the right direction. You moving forward from a 19 to a 20, from healing and renewing yourself to rebirthing yourself, making new decisions, making new cycles for yourself. And this is all in the past. This is the second time that major arcana has come out in the past. And I forgot to mention this, but when I see major arcana, it's usually to say that, because everyone is a balance, everyone helps out and does what they can to be a part of this experience of life. But usually when I see major arcana, it's like I feel like the universe is helping along as well as you're helping along. But it feels more like with major arcana, it feels more like the universe is in charge. The universe has more of a hand on the wheel. So it's like with the major arcana coming out in the past, you were at the whims of the universe. You were more so not forced, but you were more so highly encouraged to heal and make new, better decisions, to renew yourself and to move forward in a different way, in a lighter way, in a better way. So this is nice because it comes right under the surrender. So it's like you had to surrender to that renewal, but it's still right under success. So it's beautiful. Sun and Judgment, 1920. That's 29. That boils down to an 11, which is the Justice card. So I think of the Justice card, just correcting things, making things right, weighing things out, the balance of it, working hand in hand with the universe. This is all in your past, though. So in your past, major rebirth with Judgment, because Judgment is all about like it's almost like the Death card, but different. Like if the Death card is death, then the Judgment card is that life again. So this is literally coming back to life out of the coffin, listening to the horns of the children, the music. So this could be about listening to music, and it could also be about listening to younger energies, and really learning from younger energies like children, animals, but really being inspired to renew your life through that young energy. So now I'm thinking Virgo energy as well. And that's definitely within this whole surrender and energy I feel. Very Virgo, very Scorpio, and then with the sun here, there's a lot of Leo. So there could those three energies. If you're dealing with a Leo, a Scorpio, or a Virgo, that could be possible, or if that's somewhere in their chart. But at the bottom, the contract card. Nice. What's the first one I saw? Tarot. I don't know what tarot is supposed to mean for that. Tarot is usually on the Wheel of Fortune card. The tarot spelled out. So something about the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like fortune's on your side with this success and this surrender, because the Wheel of Fortune feels like that balance where it's like universe and you, like you make your choices and the universe also hands the opportunity. So as long as you stay in the balance of that and you don't try to push the universe, but then at the same time you also make your own decisions. Don't let the universe push you. Like, you have your equal hand in it, and you allow the universe to move you where it moves you. There's success coming for you in the future. It's beautiful. Okay. So let's see where we are in the present for you guys. If the past and these cards resonated, let's see where you are in the present and see what we can do about that. Present energy. Oh, about 2 flipped out. The Lovers and the 3 of Cups, but I'm looking just for one to discuss because I could talk all day. But the Lovers and the 3 of Cups, choices, connections, right? Like choices and connections, the people you choose. And this could be about the family that you choose as well. So it's like this lesson that you're in specifically could be less about the family that you are born into, because the family that you're born into, it could be a separate reading, a separate lesson for you. This feels like the family that you choose, which also feels like Leo energy for some reason. Think about a Leo, the way that they make everyone feel at home, even if they're not family. Like, that's that sort of chosen family energy that I'm feeling. All family is important. I'm not saying that any family is more important than the other, but this energy specifically right now is talking about like the family that we choose, friends, stuff like that. Even like extended family, like cousins, aunts. Like, those are blood family, but you know, they're not within your reach every day. They're more extended. But let's continue and see. Where are you in your present? Okay, the Queen of Cups. And see, this is the same vibe that I was getting. It was like the past was major arcana, and as soon as we got into the present, it was a lot more minor arcana, which is good, because it's like the universe is handing you this opportunity in the past, and then with the court cards and the rest of the minor arcana, I see them more as us as humans taking charge of our own lives and making the decisions. So this is about the Queen of Cups. You're in an energy where you're feeling, you're in an energy where you're getting down to the heart of things. You're in the emotions. You're really holding on to how you feel. How you feel is very important. With the Queen of Cups, it's wow, it's water. In the present, you're definitely in a state where, and with next to Judgment, I have to say that it gives me a Scorpio energy, since it's actually the energy that's like feeding off of with the Judgment energy. Because Judgment, I think, is the ruler is Mars, so it's the water energy of Mars would be Scorpio. Fire energy, if that's Aries. But with Queen of Cups ruling that Scorpio energy, now I'm feeling very like protective. The energy we got earlier with the black protection card. This is like protecting your heart, protecting your emotions, protecting the deep things that you feel. But at the same time, it's like it's because you're able to understand deep emotions, and you're able to understand deeper things. It's like you're able to be protective of other people's deeper emotions as well. But Queen of Cups as well, it's like, now there's the crab, there's Cancer energy. There could be a Cancer involved, because now I'm switching over to the Cancer energy, but then also it's like a shell, and there's more of that protection. It's like you're protecting something very precious inside of you, very important, very, very sensitive. I'm not going to look at the bottom of the deck yet, but I really want to. I just want to see what else I see from the Queen of Cups before I look at any more info. There's growth going on here with the sun. It's like the sun gives the water that life. So this healing is giving you life. Maybe this cycle has had to do with like chosen family and how they've treated your heart, maybe, or maybe how you perceived it as well. But at the same time, it's like you no matter what, you had hard experiences with the heart, and this is now a healing cycle, a very renewing cycle. I said Mars was the ruler of this. I think it's Pluto, ruler of Judgment. Sorry, I just saw the sign up there. Well, this is Pluto, and that's definitely Scorpio by itself. So this is highly Scorpionic energy, and with Pluto, it's like the energy I'm getting of this now is like the Queen of Cups, who's like all the way back here. It's like you're able to give all your energy from that far back, the same way that Pluto can give its astrological energy to us from all the way back there. But it's like, even though you can give from all the way back there, it's like you're not receiving back. Like the sun is so far from Pluto. holding up the card. The sun is so far from Pluto. Actually, it's very interesting. These cards are right next to each other because the sun is like, well, actually, I don't know if well, I believe it is. It's the farthest out from the sun. So it's pretty far. So it's like you had all these feelings, but maybe at the same time, you felt very distanced from a lot of people because like it was just like the emotional connectivity wasn't there. It wasn't the same. It didn't match. Like you didn't vibe well. You weren't understood well. But like this whole cycle has been renewing that and fixing that because there's something that has to do with like how you connect with your own feelings, right? What am I saying though with that? It's like this whole time it may have felt like you wanted to put the blame on how other people made you feel, and partially like with the balance of it all, partially sometimes people do react in a certain way that may make you feel a certain way, but at the same time we also do have a responsibility to our own feelings, and I think that's what you've been learning. And with that, you can at least carry some of the weight. You can at least carry some of the burden, and not have to rely on other people to make you feel better emotionally. And it's not that you have been, it's just that definitely it feels like some people maybe have done you wrong or have hurt you in the heart space, and the job was for them to like either to apologize or to make you feel better or like give you some sort of resolve, which is always really good. And if someone gives you resolve, that's a beautiful thing. I'm not going against that. It's actually probably a better, in certain situations it can be a lot better if you can get that closure, that resolve. But sometimes in situations you can't, and that's the balance of it. Sometimes we're not able to get that resolve. And so with the Queen of Cups, it's like really learning how to give yourself that resolution, that closure, so you're not having to feel like you're not being given back to. I don't know, a lot from the Queen of Cups. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll continue. This is in the present now, so that's the lesson it's a lesson you're succeeding through. You're not just learning it, like you're succeeding through it. So you've been through this, and this is like probably like just like the last bit of the cycle that you're closing off on. I like that. Okay, where else are you in the present? Where else are you? And with the Queen of that's like 3 cards. Boy. Okay. But it was the Queen of Swords, and I see it was the Queen of Swords, and then the Devil card. Now I'm seeing Temperance. Okay. Holding like 3 thoughts at once. Okay. I was gonna say, that's why I messed up. I was gonna say things at the same time. I was gonna say the Queen of Cups in your present means that, again, you're doing it not on your own, but you have more of the hand on the wheel. So it's like you're a lot stronger through this than you realize. Where else are you in the present? Oh, what? The 2 of Cups. I say what like that. I did not mean to doubt you or not believe in you, but the 2 of Cups in the present, I want to say it came out of nowhere, but honestly, with the Queen of Cups, it kind of makes a little bit of sense. Queen of Cups and the 2 of Cups in the present is very nice. It's causing growth. It's causing love, balance, equal reciprocity. This is the success. This is it. This is the successful completion within that process, actually. Because it's like you went through the whole process of the 10 of Cups, and you're literally rounding your way back around to the Ace and the 2. Which is really nice. It's like this whole process has been to learn how to equally give and take, and how sometimes some things aren't equally given back, and so you have to give more to yourself. And that's just like a process to learn through. But it feels like you've literally gotten there, where now you can give back to yourself, and even if you don't receive back from the other cup, you've got your cup, and you've got plenty of other cups. With the Queen of Cups, you got plenty of other ones to make yourself feel just more light and more lighthearted and better. So you have more to sustain and feed yourself off of. You've really come back around to becoming literally what this card says, the Lord of Love. Like, you understand love not just as like a singly dimensional thing. It's not just like, oh, I love you too. It's not just a surface level. Literally, it's never been surface level, and you knew that. That's why you had to get down deeper to the bottom of it to understand what it really is. And now that you sort of understand that you can feed yourself off of your own love, And with this Venus energy, is that Venus? Yeah, okay. Venus energy in Cancer, it's like Venus is very beautiful, very luxurious, very abundant. Um, needs to be held and nurtured and given attention just as much as it loves to give others attention. Cancer, it's like the home, the body, it's like even down to like maybe I don't know, like with Cancer, like it feels physical, it feels like the body, the home. So it's like I don't know. I'm hearing physical, and I'm hearing maybe it's not about the physical, or maybe it was about the physical. Maybe you weren't receiving enough physical touch, enough physical touch that you wanted, or receiving like, and not even just physical touch, but like love languages. Like the body is all about sensations, love languages. So it's like maybe you didn't know, you didn't receive the love that you wanted. You didn't receive the type of love language that you were looking for in all of the relationships that you've been in, and it's just because, or I don't know, it feels like you've learned that you've taught yourself what feels better. It's like the examples, like maybe like you're running off of like a different version of yourself with this judgment, like you renewed it, but you were running off a different version of yourself where you were accepting love because it was love and not accepting it because you wanted it. Where it's like you put on where it's like the facade is put on, and like you'll accept anything that comes out as love, but no longer. It's like you only will accept things now that are specifically that feel good to you, and you know yourself best. So it's like you know now, at least now you know now like what you want from love, and now that's really gonna help. It's a lot to say. I hope that makes sense. It's like, yeah, just not accepting anything less than what you want, but then also, yeah, it's just like this journey. The journey of having to learn what you want to. There's so much within this, but you've come to a successful stop too, and I think that's really nice. So let's see what the future looks like. Oh well, if we didn't already know the collective was successful, let's look at it now. Six of Wands with the success, it's nice. And this Six of Wands feels like a hard-fought battle. And this one feels harder fought because with the Queen of Cups, 100%, and the Two of Cups energy, and even the Scorpionic energy of Judgment, because I believe Scorpio is feminine, of the feminine element. With all this internal energy, it's like this Six of Wands. Oh, and no longer is the Nine of Cups now. More cups. With all this internal energy, it's not even a fight that you can push with your will, with your outside, or with your strength, with your outside hands. You have to fight from the inside, and that's a lot harder because there's so much external. There's so much that you can push against and control from the outside, but on the inside, it's dark. We have no hands on the inside, no arms, no legs, nothing to really grab and touch anything. So it's a lot. It's a much harder battle to fight on the inside, but you're doing it successfully, or at least if it's felt rough, that definitely makes sense. But what the universe is seeing and saying here is that it's definitely successful. So let's continue forward and see what the future looks like. Usually I'm sweating my ass off, but the fan's on me. Thank you for that. Anyways, what's in the future for the collective? Oh. Okay. Okay, okay, so we got the Five of Wands and a bit of a future energy. This is Saturn and what is that? Is that South Node? You may come up with a bit of a battle with the fight with your older self, or the version of yourself that you're trying to shed off. But this is like just trying to take all the pieces of, and this is coming under Judgment too. This is so weird. This is the Wands energy, and this is just coming out. It's like right before the Six of Wands. So this could be right before your victory, and this is just the last climb, the last battle, the last hill to really surmount within this. because it's Saturn energy. It's saying work, dedication, lessons, things to learn. And the South Node is talking about where we've been in life, the choices we have made. Think of like your childhood or your past, or even like if you're going to go into it, like past lives. But it's just like a version of yourself that you used to be. I think I'm looking at South Node. I could be wrong. I never want to get that wrong. I would look at it if I could, but my phone's being used for recording. If it's a South Node symbol, it's about who you've been. If it's a North Node symbol, it's about where you're going to. The point of it, I guess, overall, no matter, would be life choices. Coming especially under judgment, it's life choices. It's your, maybe even your career, what you want to do for work, but then also who you want to be in life. It's like really putting in the hard work, the dedication to really surmount that hill and become who you want to be. The Five of Wands just says that you're probably going to come up against some challenges, but the Five of Wands, the wands are internal. It's spiritual. It's the fire of you. It's your soul. So this isn't going to be like any pentacles. You're not going to have to fight any effort on the outside again. You might have to do something, of course. We're human beings, but most of the fight is internal. Most of the fight is within your soul. Within how much can you persevere through this in order to really see yourself to the end. This really is about seeing yourself to the end of something. And with the Leo energy here, I'm really feeling, I don't know why I'm feeling Leo, but it really feels like to be prideful in that, because remember how I said all this major arcana in the beginning was like the universe is helping along, but now you got Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, Five of Wands. It's all minor arcana. The universe is really putting this in your hands because they overtly trust you. They abundantly trust you. And not even just that, they're impressed with how you've been doing well so far, and they just want to see you see yourself to the end of it. Especially with the Five of Wands under judgment. 5 plus the 20 in judgment is 25. That's a 7. And 7s are about lucky opportunities, but they're lucky because we prepared ourselves. It may seem lucky because it works with divine timing, and it works with how well we seem fit for how well the opportunity comes in. But that's just how the universe balances it out. It prepares us, it works us, and then it'll tumble out an opportunity for us, and then that's how usually beautiful things are started. And it usually is like, oh, what a lucky situation. And it is very lucky, especially to see it under such beautiful human eyes. But the luckiest thing about it is how aware you are to how much you want to be a better version of yourself, how aware you are to the growth that you want, how aware you are to how much you want to invest in yourself. That's the lucky thing, is that you care so much and that you're invested in yourself. The universe is just the hard worker in the background who's happy to dole out the gifts and the rewards to you as long as you want to put in the work, which is what I'm seeing here. Beautiful success, guys. I love this. So yeah, what else do we have in the future coming in to close this off? What else do we have in the future? Oh, not 7 cups. 7 cups. 7 of cups was one of them. Can I find it? It was like the 7 of cups, the 6 of pentacles, which is what we were just talking about, the number 7. Dang it, where is it? Okay, I've lost it. Oh. It was 7 of cups, 6 of pentacles, and then a stack of cards behind that, but it was like half the deck that just fell on the ground. You guys have quite a jam-packed future, it seems like. What's in the future? To finish off this reading with 5 of Wands. Wow. So remember how I said judgment is death? You got the death card. Transformation, and the 6 of Cups is still at the bottom. That's interesting. There's more scorpionic energy, double scorpionic energy. Look at the M's next to each other. So huge death and rebirth. And it's interesting because you got judgment here, which is all about the rebirth. This is you really putting an end to that cycle. Whatever the cycle is, whatever this is that gets in your way, whatever it is, that with the Queen of Cups and the 5 of Wands. With Queen of Cups, 2 of Cups, 5 of Wands, it's like what really gets in the way of the softness you have for your heart. What gets in the way of you opening up to love, what gets in the way of you, what blocks love for you. Because 5-1 could feel like a bit of a block. So whatever is blocking love for you, it's like you're ending that. With Death under the Queen of Cups too, that came earlier, it's like, it's a beautiful flower that's right there, and it feels like life. Even though it's funny because it's death, but it just feels like life, which makes sense in the equal opposite, the balance of it. But there's something that I'm missing here. That's okay. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. This is the message that I just got. I looked at the eagle up here, the eagle symbol, and eagles symbolize freedom. And so with this, it just feels, and normally with death and in that process, it's like it's a transition. You're not completely lost as energy. You just transition from one energy to the next. So in a sense, you're free from an old energy, and you're available to a new one. You're alive in a new energy, and you're just free from the old one. So another word for dead is free, in a sense, and the other word for life is like, I don't know, thinking like, whatever the opposite of free is, but just committed, right? Committed to life, committed to a new life, and this is like, that's what I feel here. That eagle is like this is whatever the end of this reading is saying is more so on the lines of freedom, on the lines of spreading your wings, moving on to a new cycle, moving on to a new timeline. This is beautiful. And the Queen of Cups is free from the old lessons, the old cycles of having the empty cup over and over and over again. This is a fresh new cup, a fresh new life for you. It may say death, but this is death to that old cycle. This should be a very beautiful thing for you. Just because in this sense, this is the death to the unequal reciprocity within love, where it's like it wasn't anyone else, it wasn't 100% someone else's fault, and it wasn't 100% your fault. There's a balance in it, and you coming to learn that balance is bringing you to a very beautiful success, a very beautiful shift in how you love and how you're going to be loved. And I think it's the most beautiful thing, because you're going to experience, and I feel it real strongly now, you're going to experience a love that you never expected you might experience, and it's going to feel way better than you ever felt anything before. And now I'm feeling that especially from that Virgo energy, where it's like it's like the energy of being a virgin. It's like the love will be very new, very exciting, and as much as you think you've seen it before, with this energy that we felt with the Seven of Pentacles and seeing it over and over again, as much as you think you may have seen it before, you have no idea of the beautiful love that's coming into you. I don't know. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Wow. I don't know if I see much more, but this, I don't know. I can see you moving in a very beautiful direction. Yeah, that's as much as I see right now. I guess advice. I don't know. I can advice. Ace of Wands came out. There's a bit. And advice to Hierophant. Committing to structures, to rules, to changes. Like the Five of Pentacles. If you're going through a dark area, if it feels dark, just commit to taking the next steps forward, because that's all you can do in the darkness. But the universe is the one that's blanketing this darkness. There's nothing bad. So the universe is the one who's turned the lights off. So they're the ones who are able to see. So you don't have to worry if you might stumble, if you might fall, because you're protected as long as you commit to your journey and staying on your path for your higher beliefs, for what you believe in, for what keeps you grounded and committed. What makes you feel passionate about yourself? What makes you feel alive? I don't know. Staying committed to what's important to you. What makes you feel happy? But then also what serves the people around you. What serves those that you love. I don't know. The Hierophant feels like